What's good, everybody? This is Coach Phil. Welcome to another episode of Deep in the Game, man. I believe this is episode 12, and we got actual gamer on right now, man. We have the man that be flying around, throwing flying clotheslines, hitting everybody, and probably the best form tackler in all of the CFL. I'm talking about the man from Berkeley, California. Yay, Adarius Pickett. Adarius, how you doing, brother?
Blessed to be here.
Good, man. You over there chilling, got the NBA little jacket on, the Dewey, man. Where the swagger come from, man? Where is this just who you is, or just take a long time to get to this point?
Nah, man, I've been a stepper for a long time. I would like to say, man, we've been family dressed since I was a little kid, whether it was suits, whether it was little outfits, whatever. So I love to put it on for real.
He pulled the Fredo Bang. I hear all the threats, but I don't never feel no pressure. I feel you, brother. So tell me, man, it's been a nice little 3-year run for you in the CFL, man. You started out your first 2 years in Montreal, and then you had the big breakout season with Toronto. I'm going to read off the stats real quick. 105 defensive tackles, 19 special team tackles, 6 sacks. Man, you went from 23 tackles first year, 73 the second year, man, and 105. Was it just being in a different defense, or was it you finally evolved as a player? Take us through that real quick. What made you get the big jump this year?
Once I'm able to be myself and able to fly around and let me play how I want to play, that's what happened. My last year at college, I had 123 tackles. I led the nation at my position in tackles. So in college football in the state. So, I'm used to flying around, getting to the ball. We run and we hit. That's what we do.
Find ball, see ball, get ball. I feel you. So coming out of Berkeley, man, take us through. You went to UCLA. You had a nice journey, but take us from the beginning, man. Where did the love of the game for you come from? And what was it like growing up in Berkeley?
Hold on, we're going to have to edit this. Because I'm from Richmond, California. I was born in Berkeley, Richmond, California, went to El Cerrito. And love the game, man. Love the game is just, I was inspired by my brother to play. I was always in the city growing up. Talked about my pops. He got drafted 5 times in baseball. So I grew up, my first sport was actually baseball. I started playing baseball when I was 4. Started playing football when I was like 6 or 7. But I always just had a passion for sports. I always wanted to just be somebody for real. So growing up, I always was one of the, best on the teams that I was playing on, and got to high school and started getting offers. I got my first offer from the University of Utah my sophomore season. And then they started piling in after that. And leaving high school, I was runner-up for Mr. Football of California. I was the number 7 cornerback in the nation. I also had was a running back too, played running back. I had 1,800 yards my senior year, 31 touchdowns. I had 9 interceptions. Yeah, I played both ways. So, you see me playing kickoff return sometimes out here now, ball in my hands. I always feel like I'm dangerous, but it was a journey, definitely. I was an All-American coming out of high school. Went to UCLA, graduated high school early. I graduated and went to UCLA in the spring time. And I redshirted. My journey at UCLA was really interesting because, like I said, coming out as All-American, I'm graduating, leaving early, expecting to go in and play right away. But I came in as a corner. They moved me to nickel. They moved me to running back. And I want to say the second or third game of the season, they moved me to safety. And from that point, I had never played safety in my life. And every school that recruited me in high school, I had told them that, like, if you guys try to move me to safety, I'm not going to come. I'm going to go to whatever school that leads me at corner. I was a real bump and run corner, press man to man. So that's what I felt comfortable doing. But UCLA was one of the schools that told me that they would leave me at cornerback. But they ended up switching my position. Somebody got hurt. I started safety, and DB coach was like, you're not playing running back right now. If you want to play this year, you're going to have a good chance to get on the field at safety. And I was a backup safety that season. Didn't play. The person in front of me Never got hurt, anything like that. They didn't have the new rules where you could play 3 or 4 games at that time, like they do now. But I just practiced and, tried to get better. After that, I carved out a role the next year on special teams. And I was one of the better special team players on our team. I was rotating in at safety. The next year after that, I think my redshirt sophomore year when I kind of came to light. At that time, I think that season I was like number 2 or 3 covering in the slot, and played well. Again, special teams, defense. The next season after that, I was defensive player of the year on my team at UCLA. And then, my last year, my redshirt senior year, like I just told you earlier, I had 123 tackles, led the nation at my position in tackles. Real dominant season for me. We wasn't that good though as a football team. Went undrafted to the Chicago Bears. I was there really a couple of days, and it was crazy because they was talking to me like the whole week of the draft, and then I signed with them, thinking it was a great opportunity for me because they had 5 picks in the draft. The coach that I was speaking to at the time was I believe it was a safeties coach. He was just saying that they really liked me, and he just said that they only had 5 picks in the draft. They had I guess at that time had traded Khalil Mack or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And if they was gonna get a safety, they was gonna draft me. But they didn't pick no safety up, so I signed with them right after the draft was over. And went out there. First day we had rookie mini camp. We was gonna take a break. We was gonna come back and resume OTAs with the veterans. So day 1 good. Getting acclimated. Day 2, I signed my contract. For the little 3-year situation. I'm thinking everything great. In day 3, it was the last day of rookie mini camp, and they was going to depart. And I remember getting ready to walk out the locker room and go to the bus, and I got a text message from one of the people in the front office. They said the GM wanted to talk to me. So the GM, I'm thinking I was one of the first ones they signed after the draft was over. He gonna welcome me to the organization, So I'm excited, walking in, just free will. I'm not really thinking nothing much of it. And as I get in there, he, shook my hand, said, "Welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of, the organization, everything." And he said, "But as of right now, we're going to have to cut you." He said, "Because I need to sign an offense, a defense alignment, and a kicker."
Mm-hmm.
So I was, thrown all the way off because I'm like, I just signed my contract yesterday. Like, how is this even possible?
Can my check clear at least first?
Yeah, but I was really, shocked at that point because again, it wasn't for nothing that I had done. I thought I, was doing everything, right. It was only there for a couple of days. So wasn't too much that was being shown. It was some people out there that really couldn't play football for real, couldn't backpedal, couldn't move around. Right. It was kind of like, how did you get here type. But at that time, it was interesting. I had got on a plane, got on the phone with my agent. I just got released. One of my friends, I text him, Odell Beckham, and I was just like, "Bro, I just got released. Like, I don't know what's going on for real." And he just texted me back, "Welcome to the NFL." So
he ain't really like, well, all right, Odell, Odell's Odell, but he ain't struggling right now.
Nah, he was just that was one of them. I was just like, dang, okay. So I got on the phone with my agent. At that time, I was headed to Atlanta. That's where my agent was at. Flew out there from Chicago. I was there for about 2 days. I got a call from the LA Chargers. They said they wanted to bring me in for a rookie mini camp invite tryout for real. So that was Mother Day weekend that year in 2019, and went out there. I did really well. I thought that they was gonna sign me on the spot, but that didn't happen. So I had to fly back. I was there for 3 days. I flew back to Atlanta. I was there for another 2 days, and then they called me back and said that they wanted to sign me. So I flew back to LA, and I was out there for their OTAs and going into training camp, preseason, like that. So I was doing well, everything I could, that preseason, I believe I was second in the team in tackles. I was tied for first in turnovers. And when it came time for the end, preseason, I was good. First day one, made it through that day of cuts. And I'll never get this because my mama called me at probably like 30 minutes before the like last little period of cuts. She was like, "You want me to fly to LA, like, to help you set up an apartment, whatever?" And I'm just like, I said, "Mama, we gotta wait about 30 more minutes, we good." 30 more minutes, about 15 minutes later, I got a call to go talk to the GM. So I went to go talk to the GM, and he told me that they never really planned on signing me for real. They never had a real spot for me for real. So I was, confused because I'm like, I'm doing everything that I, could. And he was just like, your situation was interesting. I felt bad for your situation in Chicago. And I was, giving you opportunity. He said, I planned on releasing you 2 weeks after we signed you back in May. He said you was doing well. So I was like, we was giving a training camp. And then Derwin James, the starting safety at the time, he got hurt. So he was like, no, now we need to keep you for depth purposes. He was just like, it just so happened that you perform, well, but I never planned on signing you for real. I'm like, man, I wish I would have told me that back. And I could have went somewhere else.
Right.
It was what it was. So I went to the Bay for about 2 weeks. I had a workout with the New England Patriots. They called me out of nowhere. I had to get on a flight. Got out there like 3 a.m. Had a workout at like 6.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great situation. Flew back to LA 2 days later. Flew back to the Bay 2 days later. I got a call to go. Chargers said they wanted to sign me back. Adrian Phillips had broke his wrist. They knew I knew the plays. They was like, we need you to get ready to play. So I'm like, all right. Signed me to the practice squad. I was there for a couple weeks. And right when I was about to play, the safety that they drafted that year, he got hurt. I'm thinking he came to me like, bro, they about to sit me down for the year on IR.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm getting ready. It's my turn now. We good. We had a day that was on a Monday. Tuesday we had to come in for workouts in the morning, and we had the day off. So I had my little rental car. I was just about to go sign a lease on a little apartment. On my way over there to go sign a lease, I get a call from the front office. They like, man, Pickett, can you come in? And I'm like, I was just there. We had workouts. I had did my workout and I left. They was like, yeah, we need to sign a cornerback. We about to release you. So I'm like, they like, bring your iPad. I'm like, dang, like this is crazy.
Damn, like, can I at least just let me see the lease? Let me come on, like escrow. Y'all don't want me to get through escrow, do y'all? Y'all don't want that to clear.
It was crazy. So I'm like, all right. I went there. They released me. And then I went back. I stayed in LA for a week thinking that they was going to sign me back.
Right.
They didn't sign me back. I ended up going back home to the Bay, and I was just training.
Right.
And I was down. I was really mentally, drained at this point. I'm like, man, I can't catch a break for real. Every time I turn around, when I'm thinking I'm good, I'm not. I'm getting released. And at this time, it's like, now we trying to make some money. So
let's be real. Let's just be real about it. Like,
we trying to make some money. We grown now. We got things to pay for and all of that. So I'm just, trying to keep my mental right. But life happens, and personal things was going on at the time too. So had to figure that out. But I was there in LA for the 2 weeks. That was in October. I had went to the Bible store because I promise you to this day, that's the only thing that saved me from going crazy for real. It was, I grew up in church, but
praise God.
I was reading the Bible on my phone and all of that.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's time for me to really, pick up a Bible and really invest in God, because I'm like, right now, none of this don't make sense. I'm losing. I feel like I'm losing everything for real. I'm trying not to lose my mind, but that's the only thing that really saved me at that time. I really felt like I was studying the Bible like I was trying to pass a test for real. Like I was really just reading stories, and that was the only thing that was keeping me going. In the book of Job, that whole story really stuck to me for real. And I was just like, everything that he went through, he didn't, curse God or nothing like that. He just kind of took it and ran with it for real. Like everything that was transpiring to him in that story, I was just like, man, this is me right now. I got to get through this storm. If I can get through this storm, I'll come out on the other side and I'll be great. So December. It was December 11th. I'll never forget this day because the weirdest thing happened to me. And I'm working out at my uncle's crib in his backyard, and one of my friends had called me. He asked me how I was feeling, and I'm just like, I said, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm kind of over this. Like, I feel like I've been doing the same thing over and over, day in, day out, working out, and I don't see no change. Bro, just keep going.
Yes, sir.
I was like, all right, got off the phone with him. Probably like 5 minutes later, my cousin called me and asked me the same question. And I told him the same thing. He just, bro, just keep going. He hung up the phone. Like 2 hours later, I got called by the New England Patriots, and they told me that they was gonna sign me for the rest of the season. Come learn plays and all of that. We know he was going to the playoffs. That just happened to be Tom Brady last year. We didn't know at the time, but that was cool. Went to New England. Was there for the rest of the season. I was like 6-7 weeks. We lost the first round of playoffs. That happened to be Tom Brady last year in New England.
The Tennessee game was
crazy. It was a bad feeling though going into the playoffs because I think we had lost to Miami, and I think we lost to Buffalo. So we beat one of them teams and then lost at the end. I was just like, it's not a good thing going into the playoffs, but. That was a crazy situation, but they signed me back right after that. The very next day, I got signed to a futures contract for the next season. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm about to put all my time and all my investments into myself. I'm about to, I'm here. I know they know me. I got like scout team player of the week a couple times, so I'm like, they messing with me. I was working hard, real hard that off season, probably the hardest I didn't. Was working up until then. Then the pandemic hit. So March 15th, we thinking we're going to go back for OTAs and everything. They tell us all of that is going to be virtual. So that was a crazy thing. Everything was shut down. I was kind of working out. My gym I was working out, we was putting garbage bags, on the windows and stuff like that because, we weren't supposed to be working out in LA.
Nah, we're going to break protocol. We're going to do what we got to do.
We got to get what we got to do because, this season, and they were saying it was going to carry on. So,
yeah. Goodell ain't missing no money.
Hey, so we need it all. But I was, sending extra workouts in to my coach at the time, making sure that they knew I was getting it in. All the meetings, was virtual. I was there taking notes, making sure I was gonna come in a training camp, on my P's and Q's. So I went flew out the Foxborough. And we was gonna have, training camp right there at the facility. So I got out there. Usually I don't never unpack my suitcase, like ever. So at this time I'm like, I'm about to unpack my suitcase. I know I'm good. We here, you know what I'm saying? We gonna be straight. So I unpacked my suitcase. I had a Patriot place. They had a little Red Robin there.
Yeah.
On my way to Red Robin, I called my mama. I'm like, Mom, yeah, I unpacked everything. I'm here. I'm good. She asked me how I was feeling. I'm like, man, I feel like God had brought me here. I feel like this it right here. Like, we're going to get it in. It's going to be a good time. I've been training hella hard for real. So I had texted the travel lady. Her name was Nancy. Text Nancy. I'm like, yo, can I get packages delivered to my room? I needed a couple things from my trainer. But she didn't text me back that night. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. She hit me back. She hit me back in the morning. So she like, when you get a chance, call me. So I'm like, okay, she going, I don't know why she can't just text me the stuff about the package stuff, right here. So I call her and she like, hey, like, what time do you want to leave? So, and I'm like, leave to go where? Like, where are we going? I'm like, where are we going? Like, I haven't even been here 24 hours. Where are we going? We going to we're gonna have training camp somewhere else. She like, oh, you didn't speak to your agent. I'm like, about what? She like, well, due to the COVID situation, in order for everybody to practice here on the same field, we got to cut our roster down from 90 to 80 people. And you happen to be one of the first 10 people that we're gonna cut. So I'm just like, damn, I can't get a phone call from the coach. Like,
I got an episode prior to yours. I'm having Shaq Evans, and Shaq told me his experience in New England. Man, so to hear from you and him say like what it's like, it's cold. No pun intended, but it's just what it is.
It's cold. I mean, I had never been in a situation. I'm like, man, I couldn't even get a phone call from the coach.
Mm-hmm.
Travel lady called me. You know what I'm saying? So I hit my agent. I'm like, man, what's going on? He like, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know. He trying to figure it out. And I'm sick at this point because I'm like, I just got here. I haven't even been here for 24 hours. Y'all basically flew me out here to deliver this iPad, and y'all telling me to go back home. So I fly
That's
back.
cold. That's cold. I try not to cuss as much in the Deep in the Game episodes, but that's fucked up. That's like, how you going? I could have FedExed you that shit from the crib. You know what I'm saying? But y'all want me to fly all the way to Foxborough to deliver a iPad, which I get. It has very sensitive stuff, whatever on there, for the team. But y'all ain't even give me the common courtesy to say, hey, we gonna cut you. I can't rock with that.
Yeah, so I mean that was tough. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that was tough. I had really invested in myself, spent money training, all of that, trying to eat right and everything like that. And now it's like I don't even get a chance to practice. I don't even get a chance to, step on the field. So that hurt. And I had flew, like I said, I flew from California to Foxborough, to Boston, which is, that's coast to coast.
Oh
So
yeah.
I just flew, had to turn around, fly right back. And I'll never forget my parents, they picked me up from the airport. And as soon as I got in the car, my mom was just like, so how long you going to keep doing this?
Mama say that.
Hey, I'm like, dang, like, man, I'm disappointing the family right now. It's all bad. So I was just, I went back to working out. I had a workout with Tennessee, and that was a real interesting, situation because they that COVID protocols, you had to quarantine for 3 days, but we quarantined for 3 days. I'm telling you, they take you out in the morning to, do the test. You have to go sit in your room. Then they take you right back to the hotel. You got to sit in the room all day. But so we do that 3 days. I'm sneaking out, going to go run, making sure I'm in shape, making sure I'm doing what I do. And I found a patch of grass in the parking lot. And one of the parking lots around the corner from the hotel. I'm doing my little DB drills in there. I'm getting it in. We have a situation happen on the team. They first round draft pick, I guess, go to some party or whatever. And they team find out about it because it was on social media. So now we got to quarantine for a couple more days. So I'm like, damn, I've been in Tennessee for about a week now before I even hit the workout. The workout lasts for 35 minutes. I'm like, damn, I hit the workout. They ended up signing. They didn't sign nobody that day, but it was 3 other DBs that was participating in the workout with me. They signed the one that was dropping the ball, slipping, in the drills and all of that. I'm just like, wow. But they said what he had was he had game experience. I guess he played special teams a little bit for some team. I don't know if it was Jacksonville. It was one of the teams, but I was just like, man, this don't make no sense. Like I didn't kill the workout, didn't drop nothing,
Right.
flew through the drills, But at that time, I was just like, dang. So I didn't get signed. The cut day that year, I'm glad I didn't get signed because I probably would have got cut. And then the cut day was on my birthday, so I'm like, God was looking out. I was spending my birthday with my peoples back at the crib, and I was just at the crib. I was trying to figure it out. And one of the running back coach at UCLA, that's my dog. He played in the NFL. He coaching. He's one of the best running back coaches in college football right now. But he hit me up and was just like, man, I think you should start coaching. Like, not saying your career is over, but this would give you a chance to still be around football, still work out, still do your thing. Like, I don't want you just sitting at the crib trying to figure it out. So I'm like, all right. So I went to I asked him on the phone before I said, I'm like, man, we're gonna be getting money. Like, what's going on? He like, yeah, they gonna take care of you. Like, they gonna make sure you straight.
Right.
So I'm like, cool. I go out there, go to UCLA, I'm alma mater, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm an analyst. So I'm doing everything, in the meetings, I'm, helping, thankfully the DB coach Norwood, he really treated me like an assistant coach.
Right.
He let me take, corners one day or take the safeties, we'll switch on and off. But at that time,
let you play a little bit.
Yeah, let me do my thing for real. At that time, they couldn't technically hire anybody because of the COVID, restrictions. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, I'm, really just here. They gonna make sure I'm taken care of. So, at the end of the season, I'm like, man, I ain't asking no bread or whatever. I'm about to be, compensated for my time. At the end of the season, I go up to the DC at the time, and I'm like, Brody, you think you could, cut me off something? He was like, yeah, I got you. Man, I don't even want to tell you how much money he gave me because it was so bad. I was just like, I'm thankful for the opportunity. I'm thankful for the opportunity. I just say
I'm
that.
not even. I don't pocket watch or nothing. I ain't 3 Down Nation or nothing like that. Try to assume what your pockets is, but I'm gonna take a stab in the air, man. It had 3 numbers. It was. Could you pay the cable and the light bill with it?
Nope. Hey,
no, pick no. Well, wait, hold on, no. I got it. So hold on, please, because I've been there. I've been broken off. Early on, you got to pay your dues and shit. But what did you say? Because you are the king of just blank facial expressions in the CFL. Did you give him that look that? And you
nah,
your face.
I'm gonna tell you how it went. So we had talked after it was last game we playing Stanford.
Yeah.
And we had talked about it, whatever. And he was just like, all right, yeah, I got you. We got our coaches meeting on Monday. Just come see me right after the meeting over. So I'm like, all right, cool. We in the facility. We had a little coaches meeting there, say, we gonna, what we gonna do, planning going into the new year, whatever.
Yeah,
so I'm like, all right, they break the meeting. All the coaches, they started leaving. People they had little treats and stuff in there. So people, conversating, conversing or whatever, doing their thing. So I go find him. I go to his office. He not there. So I go to the room in the like downstairs on the second level where he be me in the meeting room. He not there. So I'm like, boy, what is going on? Like, this can't be real. So I grab my backpack. I'm like, yeah, y'all seen Coach? Nobody seen him, whatever. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Not really tripping.
Yeah.
But I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna text him. I got his number from one of the other GAs at the time. Texting, I don't get no response. So I'm like, dang, did I do something? Like, am I, like,
maybe you wonder, did I rub him the wrong way?
Like, man, so I'm like, all right, I'll just hit him up tomorrow. So, the next day come, I hit him up, still no response. So I hit one of the GAs that was working for him, and I was like, bro, hey, hit Coach and see, what's going on, if he all right, because, like, I've been hitting him, he's supposed to get in contact with me, he ain't hit me back. So, my boy hit him, and he was just like, man, he ain't give me no response either. I said, all right, cool. It ain't just me. So like 10 minutes later, my boy hit me back like, bro, he just hit me back like, hit him right now. So I hit him through the same text message, whatever. I'm like, hey, Coach, what's up? He texted me back, who is this? I'm like, bro, you just look at the thing. And you just look up.
Nigga, you know who it is. You know it.
So I'm like, Coach, like, I know you said you was going to have something for me. You feel me? He was just like, oh, yeah, hit up with the other GA. He got it.
No, I'm hitting you. Nigga, I'm hitting you up. I want my fucking ducats, nigga. I done been here. Okay, there's 10 to 12 games in a regular college football season. Correct. Bowl game extra. 12. Bowl game, Yeah. Nigga, I have worked. I want my fucking tickets. God damn it. Fuck you talking about who is this? Like on some whole out shit. Nigga, you got me. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead. Continue. Hey, I didn't hear more. Go ahead.
Hey, so he was like, I gave it to the other GA. He got it. You just got to get it from him. He was like, because I didn't know where you was at. So I was like, I said, okay, all right, cool. So I hit the other GA up and I said, Brody, I said, Coach said you got something for me. I said, you want to meet up? He was like, nah, I'll just send it to you on I send it to you on Cash App. I said, send it to me on Cash App. I said, oh man. Hey. I knew when he said send it to me on Cash App, it was over.
Oh, that shit is funny. And so wait. Okay, so let me go my Rolodex real quick for the facts. He voided you.
Yeah.
You went all around looking for him, which I've done that too, you know. Then he text him. You text everybody else. You did your little connects, and all of a sudden he gonna text back. You text you back like you some groupie or somebody. Who this? And then he made somebody else come out of their pocket to cash app you maybe $200 for 12 weeks of work.
That's it right there.
You know what?
That's it right there.
You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up.
Hey, that was it right there.
He said, fuck, I'm gonna keep playing. Fuck this shit. It's a different ball game. It's a different ball game, bro. Like, so coaching is a dirty game.
I didn't know the running back coach. He told me, like, he was like, man, I knew that if I told you what it really was at the time, you wouldn't know he wasn't gonna come.
Nah, nigga, fuck that. Nah, fuck that. You a op too. You a op automatically just off GP. Cause if you a real friend, you my boy, you my coach, you whatever, I'm looking to you as the plug to link me and put me on, and you gonna sit there and you knew this nigga was shaky.
But I promise you though, he told me, he said, when I told him the story, he was like, bro, I didn't know that. I thought they was gonna, he thought he was gonna get you right.
How you not know? It is shaking like a Datsun 210, and I nigga talking about some goddamn, I ain't know. Yeah, nigga, you knew. You fucking knew. That's anyway.
But so after the fact of that, they let me be, after the season was over, January started, the new, quarter, whatever started. So they let me come on as I was a GA at that point. So then I started getting my stipend, started getting paid, started going to school and all of that, which was cool. I was like, all right, we in the dough now. And I really thought, I came to the realization that I'm like, man, my football career probably is over. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not getting no workouts and nothing like that. Nobody was calling. I had did little pro day, did the drills and stuff like that, but nobody had, really said nothing after that. But, out of nowhere, I got a call from my agent that I had fired from his partner. He was like, hey, man, Pick, this team trying to get in contact with you. So I'm like, I'm juiced. I'm like, wait, what NFL team to hit me? You know what I'm saying? He's like, NFL. He was like, nah. He said the Montreal Alouettes. I said, who? Who is that? I never heard of the Montreal Alouettes. Well, you feel me? So I'm like, who is? He was just like, it's a CFL team. They want to get in contact with you. He was like, I know you coaching. He was like, if you coaching, you good, just I'm cool. If not, I can relay you the information. So I can relay the information. Shout out to Byron though. Shout out to Byron from Montreal, special teams linebacker coach, man, because he found me. I don't know how, but that's
gonna find you.
Yeah. For being somebody I forever respect, man, and love dearly, because he really saved my whole career, because I was gonna not saying I'm not gonna coach, but that he revamped my career for real. So shout out to him. But I got the call, talked to Byron. He said they wanted me to come out there and whatever. So now I had the decision to make. I sat down with the head coach Chip Kelly at UCLA, and I asked him, what he thought. Should I just coach or should I try to go play? And he was just like, man, look at me. I'm at the age that I am, and I'm coaching. He's like, man, as long as you can play, man, go play. This always gonna be, man. It's your school, man. You good around here for real. So
right. You good money.
At that time I went go to the CFL, and that's how I got to the CFL for real. I've been here ever since, and you get the chance to see why I play how I play, because a lot of passion and frustration be in me too. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like situations I've been through and things, but my thing is always I want to put on a show, and that's the title of my highlight film on Huddle for my senior year. Pickett puts on the show. And that's always been a thing for me, is, making sure that the fans, they come, they spend their hard-earned money, to come watch us play. It's my job to make sure that I do my due diligence to go put on a show every week.
That's what I love to hear, man. That's a journey right there, boy. Because I've heard some stories these first, 11 episodes, whatever, and to be honest, man, every story is just the road is similar, but it's like it's different spots and different places everybody goes. Your story is, man, I played Pac-12. I done seen it all, done it all. I go, but it's a message that I think the young kids need to hear. If you gonna do this and you gonna be all in, you are, no matter what your mammy or your pappy tell you, you are not guaranteed first round, let alone 7th, 8th round. Okay. You gonna have to bet on yourself and invest in yourself. And the traveling is a bitch. The undrafted route, I've coached a lot of guys that have done played semi-pro, man, arena football. I've heard some horror stories, and I've also been there and seen it. If you love it, nobody exactly, you may love football, but you're not in love with football. And you are aware, like, hey, we got to get paid. We got to get paid, man. And I love the game, but I've been screwed over one too many times. So it's amazing, man. I thank you for sharing that, man. So I want to put pause on, bro. I'm sorry. That I'm a bleep it out, some of the curse words, but that nigga got to see me. If anytime when I'm back, I'm gonna bleep it out. But who is this bust ass nigga?
Hey, he don't even coach there no more, man. He got fired as a bow. Karma got the best of that.
Karma got him. Hey, say that then. So as we talk about CFL, you're in the CFL now, man. 2021, you're in Montreal. First 2 years, you had some great experience, man. I looked you up, and obviously, the first time I really heard about you, man. I kind of heard about you at I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna front. I heard a little bit about you at UCLA, but it's UCLA. You don't really pay attention when it comes to football, and it is what it is. But I heard him. I was like, Pickett, like that name sound familiar, whatever. And then all of a sudden, I see you balling in Montreal, and then Toronto's when you popped on the scene, man. So take us through this 2023 season for you, and also if you want to dive into your little bit 2 years in Montreal, what was that like? And we'll talk
Montreal. I was fortunate enough to be working with Coach Baron Miles, Hall of Fame CFL player, return coach.
Yes.
It was hard for me my first year though because I'm used to, playing, you know what I'm saying? But I started out, Patrick Levels was in front of me. He was hurt the first game. So they started Najee Murray at Sam.
Mm-hmm.
And then game 2, they started me. We played against Calgary. I had 7 tackles. I had an interception. And I'm like, I'm good now. We got my feet wet. Hey, we in. You know what I'm saying? I didn't show what I'm capable of, show what I can do. Patrick Levels came off being hurt. Coach B. Miles told me, you moving the field corner. What? So I was playing field corner and I was really out of position. Not that I can't, cover nobody, but it's just I'm out of position because I'm trying to get to the ball.
Right.
And that playing field corner, I wouldn't get no action. You know what I'm saying? I got to help. And I'm like, man, I'm bored out here for real. Like, this is not it for me for real. I was playing special teams, which, again, Coach Mickey, who's in special team coaching Toronto now, he was with me there. And, again, I was playing a lot of special teams. So, I think I played field corner for like 3-4 games, and then they finally was just like, oh, we need to go home.
Right.
I think we lost to Toronto.
Yeah.
I had made somebody fumble when I had went off on the sideline. Like I was hot. Like, man, I could have been doing this all game. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I'm out here out of position or whatever. And after that, they moved me. I was like rotating in at safety or like another little dime package or whatever. And I really just played special teams that whole year in that little rotating spot.
Right.
So I was, frustrated. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like it. I didn't like the CFL at that time.
Right.
I really didn't want to be there. They had another league in the States, the USFL that just came about. And I was like, man, I'm trying to, go play there.
Yeah.
And I had really didn't understand the contract for real. Mm-hmm. So I know the 1-on-1 situation, I'm like, okay, cool. I got to play one. I got the option to, do this or whatever. So I'm about to just go play in the USFL. So they had told me when I talked to the USFL people, they wanted me bad, but they was just like, are you under contract? And I was like, well, I guess I am. And they said, well, you're going to have to get out your contract so you can come play. So
nah.
I'm like that shouldn't be a problem, at all. It's not gonna be a problem at all. So I asked for my release from Danny Machocha, and He told me no. He told me no. So I was like, what? He was just like, yeah, I have you on my team. Like, why would I release you? I was like, bro, because y'all wasn't trying to really play me like that last year. Like, why would you not release me? Like, y'all was playing with me tight.
So black.
And then he was like, nah, he was just like, if I release you, that means any other CFL team can, pick you up. I'm like, I don't want to play in the CFL. I want to go play the USFL. He was like, well, I don't know that. And he was like, well, what happens if the USFL don't work and you want to come play football again? You're going to come back to the CFL. I don't want to play against you. So I'm like, all right. So he was like, I'm not going to release you. So I didn't get released. And then 2022, I won Defensive Player of the Year for Montreal. So, I mean, God always got a way of showing up and working it out, even though when I'd be mad sometimes. And I mean, that was a blessing, to come out and play. And that was the first time my Montreal had won a playoff game in like 8 years or something like that. So I was being a part of that was good. I brought a lot of energy to them, and that led me to the free agency. So free agency came around, and I felt like they was playing with me, so I left, went to Toronto, and Toronto was everything I could imagine. Toronto allowed me to play football how I feel like I played in college. I was having fun. I was turned up on the field. Off the field, we had great bond with teammates, a lot of fun together. And I just was enjoying myself for real. It was a blessing for me to be in the city of Toronto. And that's how I felt like I was able to play. I was just playing. I just was enjoying playing for real. There wasn't a thought of, I wasn't unhappy. I wasn't, mad. I was just, like I said again, regardless of how I'm feeling, I'm always trying to put that show on for the fans. So that's what I wanted everybody to, see. People was telling me, man, it just looked like you having fun out there.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I'm just like, hey man, my job, my purpose is to motivate and inspire people. So if I'm, doing that, I know I'm doing something right. And like I said, I had a phenomenal season. Won Defensive Player of the Year for Toronto, won Defensive Player of the Year for the East Division. Lost to Matthew Betts, it was runner up for the CFL for Defensive Player of the Year. That could have went either way.
Yeah.
Shout out to him for the season he had. I know he broke the Canadian record in sacks. So, and then we lost to Montreal in the East Finals, and everybody, people was like, man, you could have been on the team, whatever. And I'm just like, man, at the end of the day, congratulations to them guys over there, man. I don't look back in none of my life as regrets for the decisions I didn't decide to make, because
That's right.
make them with guys, well with me. You know what I'm saying? I always pray and always make sure that I'm walking in his light and not just, making decisions based off of me and my emotions. So, I couldn't be, some of the dudes over there, I still, I'm friends with them and stuff like that. So, hey, congratulations to them guys over there. One thing about me, I continue to smile, during the game, after the game. I had some folks that was at the game for me, hopped in the stands after the game, took some flicks. And, just embrace that moment, because, it's been a journey. Like, people look at me, win, lose, a draw. My life is not determined off a single game. You know what I'm saying? It's always, I look at the road, like I just told you, man, I've been through a lot to get to where I am, man. It's always a blessing for me to play the game that I do love, because I remember when I thought I wasn't going to get the chance to play no more. So now we here.
Hey, we here, man. And after reacting to your highlights, man, you jump off the screen. And I even went back after I recorded. I went and I watched some of your Montreal highlights, and I could tell it felt like you were kind of hamstrung with what you wanted to do. And it was tough to watch that, because you can see there's something there. You just got to be in the right place to feel comfortable to let loose and play your game. You by far, and it's funny how this past season, when all the quarterbacks went down, and the resurgence of the running back, every team has a dominant running back now. But on the other hand, on defense, every team is stacked at DB, and you are one of the top dogs, man. And as we go into free agency, we're only maybe a couple weeks away from it starting, man. You are a free agent right now. I don't really want you to, we talked about before, and we don't really need to give any like super duper details, but quickly tell everybody, what is? I think you deserve to be one of the highest paid. But what is the right situation for Adarius Pickett to be successful?
Just being where, I'm valued at. I mean, that's the biggest thing right now is one thing about where I'm at in the season that I had, I need to be compensated for that, and I'm telling any and everybody, I'm not taking no pay cuts for nobody, because when it's everybody else turn to get paid, people be paying, what I'm saying, with no hesitation, you know what I mean, for certain people in the league and stuff like that. So my thing is, hey, y'all see what come with this. It's a lot of leadership. It's a lot of stuff that the fans don't get a chance to see, you know what I'm saying? And if you look at my Instagram right now, every morning, Breakfast Club, 4:20, 4:30. That's what we own. I'm a hardworking, leader. I bring a lot to the team. See the teams that I have played on, and the impact that I do have. I'm not taking no pay cuts for nobody. So I just want to be valued. That's my biggest thing right now. Hey, team, y'all see? Hey, it's about the money. I love playing game, and I play for free if everybody else was too. But since we not, I need mine.
All thickets, all chickens.
Need it all.
Hey.
So that's what we going into this situation right now, and if we can get something figured out at home in Toronto, hey, I love the city of Toronto. I do. But at the same time, if we're not valued, it's going to be hard to stay.
Do you feel like you get the payday? Because a lot of guys, they get their payday and they switch up. Are you still going to have that same fire? And if you do get the payday and you got to go somewhere else where the situation may not be like the team is not all the way complete and you're there for a while, will you feel like your career is fulfilled if you don't win a Grey Cup? Or is there something more out there that you're like, you know what? Hey, I'm just grateful to have been here and had a chance.
My thing of playing the game when we out there, I want to win. And that's wherever I'm at, I want to win. I done been played in the East Final game 2 times, lost both times. When lost to Montreal to Toronto, lost to
yeah.
I was with Toronto, lost to Montreal, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, I'm fiending to get to the Grey Cup. And one thing about me is I've always been doubted and counted out, my entire life. It's always something to prove. That's always, I have no tattoos, but if I did, I will have right here on my arm, make them proud for the people that believe and prove them wrong for the people that don't. And that's something that I always, cherish and always think about. Because you're always going to have some doubters. You're always going to have some believers. Yeah. Well, we're going to make them proud. And then we're going to prove them wrong.
Yes, sir. Well, your DC, he's in a nice, beautiful city of green. You know what I'm saying? If you think about that. Or, stay in the home, Toronto. Or if Mr. Houston does go to the NFL, they're looking for a guy right there. But there's options. Everybody, they're gonna have to back it up. They're gonna have to back up the truck and give you a little payday. So we all looking forward to seeing. It's gonna be a crazy free agency, and I want you to get the most out of it. And we praying and hope for the best, man. So we gonna end it with the 5 questions, man. You ready?
Yeah, let's get it.
All right. First question. How do I put this? Are you a drum or are you a, what's your chicken? What type of chicken you like?
Wings.
Okay. Flats or drums?
Flats. For sure.
Niggas these days. Well, how you gonna like something that you gotta deconstruct it? All right, whatever.
Hey, that's the beauty of it. You gotta work for it.
I want to get straight to the point. Like I want to scoop. Like, come on, want to get it done, man. Okay, what's your favorite wing spot?
Favorite wing spot. I don't want to be generic, but I
something hole in the wall, something. Talk your shit.
I'm just saying I don't want to be generic, but I do wing stop. I feel like you can't go wrong with that. It's a couple other little hole in the wall spots, little spot in Toronto I don't even know the place called. I just called on Uber Eats, but smacking wing amazing.
You said recent.
Yeah.
I feel you. Okay. Who'd you model your game after?
Cam Chancellor.
All right. You valid. I can tell from the chin strap. I got you. Let's see. Favorite movies of all time.
That's hard. We gotta. I mean, I watch a lot of movies. So we talking sports. We talking.
Okay. Let's it's clear be cliche for me to say sports, man. It's all the same. Let's say drama or sci-fi.
Drama, sci-fi. Oh man, top of my head, I don't even know. I just start naming off some movies. Drama. I like a lot of thrillers.
Go with that. That's fine.
Taken. I love that movie.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I can live with that. With what's his name? Liam Neeson. White boy. I will find you.
Yeah. I love Taken. I ain't gonna lie. I love Taken. I like Training Day. I like Friday. I like Friday After Next. I like Boys in the Hood. I like I'm gonna give you a football movie. Remember the Titans?
Yeah, I was just talking about that today.
Anything with Denzel Washington, I be tuned in.
Yeah,
then, he be doing his thug. He be doing his thug acting. He got me want to act. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. Hey. I feel you. Trading Days a classic. We
classic.
Yeah, you have to. But are you more? Is this a tough one though? Friday or Friday After Next? People sleep on Next Friday. Next Friday is actually pretty good.
Next Friday is. I feel like. Say it. They close. Friday just a classic. Like that's just one of them. Like one of them ones. That Friday After Next. I always watch that around holiday time just because, it's right.
It's a Christmas movie. They was talking about that on Instagram saying, it's not a Christmas. It was they had a Christmas tree and Pickett walking there.
Hey, you feel me? So I just watched that. I'm gonna go Home Alone, classic Christmas movie. I just tuned in to that too. Hardball, one of my favorites.
Oh, see, you gonna make me start crying.
Hey man, hey G baby man, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
I love it when that
call me Big Pop. Why I'm still man. I have a G baby jersey, Columbus man. I still cry about that. Like why they told him go around back, and I'm still trying to figure out how he got shot.
I just don't understand why the brother ain't put him behind the trash can. Like, what is we doing? That's all you had. You had one job. Scoop little bro right here. Y'all good. Y'all you straight.
I mean, he fumbled Lori Harvey, so it's Michael B. Jordan. What do you expect? Anyway, the devil is a lie. Well, she was a thought. Anyway. Hey, it's just be you talking, but well, what's that girl's name? The twin. Is it Haley Bailey or Chloe? The one that
yeah, what about
yeah. Which one was the one that did the scene with Damson Idris? The freak scene.
Is that Chloe?
I think it's Chloe. It's me and you, dog. I'm gonna be real with you. There's some things in my life, like Damson Idris is phenomenal. One of my favorite actors. He killed it in Snowfall. Mm-hmm. But when they was talking about that scene with him, he was clapping her cheeks, whatever. So I was like, I'm ignorant. So I'm like, all right, let me go on. Twitter got everything. So let me go out here. There's just some acting. You're like, nah, ain't no way. There ain't no way you just acting, bro. Like, my soul. Anyway, the devil is a lie. Talking about I was on a medicine ball. Anyway, all right. Next question. What you bumping in your trunk, man?
I listen to a lot of different stuff. For real, I love R&B, like old school R&B, 90s R&B. Rap. When it come to rap, I'll be bumping like Meek Mill, Get Me Turned. I listen to Rod Wave for real.
Well, I'm not. I'm not trying to hear all that Rod Wave shit.
Hey, I'm a Rod Wave fan.
Then from the bottom.
Of course, you're gonna bump some Drake. I'm gonna be honest. Kalen, for real, West Coast. All black West Coast rapper. I mean, you got your classics. You got your classic music. Snoop, you got your classics. Like I said, I'm a real West Coast dude too. So you gotta understand that. Tupac, we vibing.
Feel me?
Yeah.
All right. Well, what is your people act like Meek didn't drop some bangers. They act like Meek wasn't shit. Meek had some songs that welcome to my house party.
Hey, come on. I'm the party starter. You know that song before the game. Welcome to my house party. Come on.
Pull off in that Lambo. I'm like, hasta la vista. All right, Meek. All right. You wildin', but all right. Hey, you can talk about hasta la vista. All right. I like it. All right. Last question. And we're going to get up out of here, fam. I'm going to make this one fun for you. I ain't going to ask that question. We'll ask it off camera. Seriously, though, all jokes aside, man, this last question is, what is your favorite football moment of all time? For you, as in your career, what's your defining moment?
Defining moment? Favorite
so
moment?
Far. Because your story's unwritten.
Yeah, I mean, I got so many moments when it's different levels of football. High school, we won the first our section title. That was the first time that was done in school history. So that was a big moment for the city. You know, everybody that went there. Me and my pops went to the same high school. So I remember exactly 30 years prior to me winning, they lost. So that was a big, huge moment as far as that goes. College, one of my favorite moments is, I'll probably say, when we beat SC my senior year. I was proud with it. And that was a vibe. That was a special moment. Also, too, playing against Washington. They was saying Taylor Rapp, the safety, he plays for the Bills now.
Yeah.
And he's, one of the better safeties, whatever. And I got to prove a point. He had 5 tackles and an interception. I had 16 tackles and an interception. So that was one of the defining moment for me, just knowing, going against competition where, hey, I'm playing. And I gotta say, being in Montreal and winning that first playoff game, knowing that they hadn't won in 8 years, that was a special feeling for the fans, for the staff. That was a special feeling, knowing that you was a part of something that was bigger than you. That was a special feeling, for real. And then I gotta say, the last game, not the East Final, but the last game of the regular season, when we clinched that 16th win, tied the record for the CFL for most wins in the season. I had a good game that game. They were showing me a lot on TV. And I was just knowing I was making my peoples proud, you know what I'm saying, being a part of, history again. So it's a few moments, different moments right there that I can, recall playing in the career that I have had so far.
There's a lot more on your way, brother, because you only 27 and you got about 7-8 more to go. So we're looking at high production. We're looking at getting paid. Absolutely. And to every team in the CFL, well, not Scambleton, y'all don't deserve him. It's forever beef. It's forever beef with them. Y'all got Chris Edwards. You're fine. You see
what they just put out about that? That's crazy work. They said he ain't bringing him back. Him or they were. I said,
man, somebody sign my man Duke. Duke misunderstood. But if you put on that black and yellow, bro, we gonna Now my boy Jamal, shout out to Big Maul Davis, man. He there, but you put on that black and gold or that talk about Oski Wee Wee or the hammer. Well, we have to. I promise you, if you there and you play for Scambleton, I will be there for the first game, the Riders' first game against them. I'm squaring up on you. It's gonna be black on black crime right there at Tim Hortons. I promise you. So we gonna get up out of here, y'all, man. Hey, Adarius, thank you so much, brother, for hopping on, man. Appreciate you. All the best. Y'all, somebody, hey, back up the Brinks truck for bruh. He deserve it. And until next time, y'all, this is another episode of Deep in the Game. We might be deep in this game, but you got the rules missing. Adarius, you take care, brother.
Hey, blessings.
The man's in the house. So crazy. The man's in the house. I'm gonna tell you the truth. The man's in the house. So crazy. The man's in the house.